morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to give you your What's Cracking reading. Firstly, before we go any further, as I always do, is just to acknowledge how wonderful you people are. Thank you so much for supporting me. Your comments, fantastic, thank you. I just am quite amazed by the growth that's happened in the very recent future especially, but for those who've been following me all along, thank you. Thank you for your support. A few catch-up things. 18th of September, I do have an intermediate tarot class. We're about half full in this class at the moment. If you are interested in joining for intermediate and you're unsure, you do need to have a basic understanding. I will do a little bit of the basics to start off with, but if you're not familiar at all, then to wait for the beginners class. A few people asking me again about that. I probably will run one in October. Okay, I will run a beginners class in October. Number two thing is we have our platform. Linda, the Psychic Pinup, and I have our platform event online on Zoom. The last one was hugely successful. We had a lot of fun. This time we've cut back numbers so we can make sure everybody got a reading last time, but we're just making sure that you get a good reading while you're there. That is on the 25th of October, September, 25th of September. So if you're interested in that, you'd need to go to my Facebook page for that and register your interest. Tickets are through Eventbrite, so you can, not expensive. I think we're doing $25. Okay, then after that, I have a competition currently running on my Facebook page for a free reading. If you're interested in that, go to the Facebook page at the Aussie Goddess. That is to celebrate like your support and going over 16,000. I'm thrilled to bits. So if you're interested in that, that's open to you. And lastly, I now have a booking calendar on my website. So if you do want to have a reading with me, you can go and pick your own time slots. You've got the control of that. The only thing you might have to do if you're overseas is just check the time zones, because it won't do that for you. So maybe if I could get really somebody to put in a time zone converter, that may be the next step. So, but it will take you to the bookings. It will take you to PayPal to make your payment. All of that is now all on my website. So it's going to take a lot of weight off me booking people. However, if you do go there and you can't find a time that suits, please contact me directly, because I do intend putting some time aside for those who are in different time zones or working during that time. So please check that out first, www.theaussiegoddess.com, and if you can't find what you're looking for, please contact me. All right, we're going to use the Universal Celtic Tarot for your reading this morning. And we'll see where we're going. Oh, we're starting out with the Hanged Man. You know, sometimes I look at the Hanged Man and I think, this is a really good place to be in. This is where, you know, sometimes the universe puts you in this place and sometimes we put ourselves in this place. It's about looking at things from a different perspective. And sometimes we look through the eyes of what we know rather than what we don't know. And if you're an open-minded person, when somebody sort of says something that you've never thought about before, you take it on board and you look at things in a very different way. You may decide that the way you see things is how they are, but at the end of the day, it's always good to look at things from other perspectives. For me, this always, every time this comes out, reminds me of being a kid and hanging upside down on the lounge, the bed, the swings, and looking at the world from the other perspective. And it fascinated me that the world looks so different when you looked at it upside down. The same as if you look in a reflection and you see your world in the reflection. It's just quite fascinating as a child. So it sort of makes me feel that way when I sing The Hanged Man. Now we have the Five of Cups here. So I would say for some of you I'm speaking to here, you've left something behind. And there may be some regrets and remorse about leaving something behind, but that's life and that's how it works. You know, you learn your lessons, you move on, and everything that you encounter along the way, you learn from in some way, shape or form, if you are open to self-reflection. And I know a lot of people don't really self-reflect when they've had, you know, things to put behind them, which is sort of disadvantaging yourself in a way. But I think it's really good to look back. And I think I might have said yesterday, even scientists do this, people who run programs, you know, new people in organizations, jobs, we all look back and we have a look at what's worked, what hasn't, and how can we improve that going forward. And I feel like here, this is what you're doing. So something's happened in the past here that's sort of got you up and thinking about what happened. You may feel regretful, you may feel remorseful. Once you get through the regret and remorse, it may be that you start to think, well, okay, how do I need to do things differently moving forward? What do I need to be aware of? You know, what sort of mistakes did I make along the way that I need to be more aware of next time? And that's what the Hanged Man energy does for you. It takes you into that space of having a look at what you could do differently next time. We have a Knight of Wands coming through here and the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like for some of you, you may have had some sort of encounter, some sort of, I would say with the Knight of Wands here, it could have been a very short term, maybe connection with somebody. The Knight of Wands can often represent those sort of non-committal, you know, one night stand energies. But when I see this, I think maybe you were taken in by this person. Maybe you were taken in by the way they presented themselves. And you could have really fallen quite heavily for this person. Because I have the Six of Pentacles here, I'm feeling like you wanted to invest in this, whatever it was. And perhaps somehow or another it wasn't to be. No, because somebody moved away here with the Six of Swords. So there's definitely this feeling perhaps that you've got, I just want to say it may have been a short-term encounter, but more so you were dealing with somebody here who really didn't want to invest in this particular situation. But maybe you didn't see that at the time because you're now in this energy of sort of feeling sad about the past and trying to work out what happened, which is a good place to be. Nine of Cups. So maybe you've been wishing for this to come back in. With that Nine of Cups is the wish card. So there's some sort of energy of either trying to will it back to you or trying to get a second chance with someone. All right, let's see where we're going with this. Okay, so we have the Magician. See, there you go. So willing it back to you, trying to get a second chance. This is what the Magician does. The Magician is the master manifester. So for some of you, you may be still in the energy of wanting to pull this person back. You may be trying magic to do that, which is not really very healthy, but, you know, everyone to their own. But somehow or another, this says to me that no matter what, you've been trying to bring this person back in again. And whether that's through manifestation, prayers, you know, at the end of the day, we know that prayers work. But always, there is always that warning that, you know, if you didn't know this person really well, or if you didn't know who they were, they may have been putting up some sort of front for you, or some sort of, they may have had some sort of mask on coming in with that Knight of Wands energy. It feels to me like they've maybe presented themselves as somebody they've not been, which does happen. And I feel that that's what's thrown you into that Hanged Man sort of energy, is that going back and having a look and seeing, you know, what did you do? What did you say? How did this happen? But more so, you question the other person's motives. You know, we felt really close. There was a beautiful energy between us. We had a really good connection. And the fact that they haven't sort of come through with something more can be quite alarming. And I feel that's who I'm speaking to here. Okay. We have here the Four of Cups. Yep, somebody definitely refused an offer here. I feel like you saw something here for the long term, because I do have the Ace of Pentacles, Three of Wands coming through. So I feel like you felt this was going to be something really committed, something really beautiful. I feel with the Four of Cups that you may have really opened up to this person and told them how you felt in a very short period of time. maybe they encouraged you a bit in terms of how they felt, you know, in that moment. But there's definitely this feeling that you thought there was something more to this than what actually eventuated. Because I can see you trying to bring something back, trying to manifest something, trying hard to pull back that energy here. All right, so we have the Queen of Wands. Wow, with the Nine of Swords and the King of Swords. So you could have been dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, or an air sign. I feel like there's something else going on in this reading. Okay, so the air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, there's something else going on in this reading here. Let me just pull another couple of cards. Knight of Swords, Two of Wands. I feel like you may have either been in another relationship or they may have been committed to someone else. There are two people here. And sometimes I can feel that there's one is your energy and the other is the other person, but I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling two very divided, separated energies, and now I have the Two of Wands. So very much this energy of two people being involved, or two people. So you may have been married, they may have been married, or in a commitment. So I see some sort of truth coming through for you. I do see a person coming forward to explain what happened. Always with the Page of Swords, that's that energy of people checking up to see if you're, you know, still around. I would say with the Eight of Swords, you're also dealing with somebody that you may have been very angry with or upset with, because there does seem to feel like there was a little bit of conflict in amongst all of this. And I feel like you may be still checking up on this person, even though a period of time may have gone past. There's still this energy of checking in to see whether they are still there. But you're definitely trying to manifest this person back in. I'll put some more cards on and see what's happening. All right, so I see you in Hanged Man mode. I feel like you've been through some sort of experience here where you have some sadness about what happened. Because I do have the Knight of Wands, and for me this energy with the Six of Pentacles is like somebody who wasn't really ready to invest, and I think they pulled short and left the scene here. But there is some sort of energy with the Nine of Wands and a decision. Maybe you're waiting for someone to make a decision here, put something down. Maybe that's why the second situation is coming in here. Maybe you knew this person was otherwise attached. But I feel like with that Hanged Man, you're sort of questioning that you had these really strong feelings. And why have they left you behind, not made contact, that sort of energy here. But there's definitely more than one person in one of the situations. And it may be that you're both attached to other people. That's very possible here too. I do see that you're trying to manifest a future with this person, or you're trying to maybe just get some sort of explanation here from them as to why they left you behind. But for me, it feels like it was a very short period of time so that you were with this person. And I feel like with that Knight of Wands coming through, especially with that Six of Pentacles, that perhaps this person was very clear that they didn't want a commitment, or they weren't really interested in a relationship. But I still feel that you're trying to bring them back in. Two of Pentacles on the bottom. So it's about you understanding. Three of Swords, Four of Swords. Wow, the Hierophant with the Wheel of Fortune. That's really interesting energy there. So you're healing from this broken heart, and we can see that already with the cards up front. I feel like you're finding it hard to get yourself stable after this event. Like there's very much this energy of trying to get yourself into a better place. But the Wheel of Fortune says to me you're still relying on the energy of karma to bring this person back to you. So maybe you're starting to understand some sort of karmic cycle you've been going through here. Yeah, Five of Cups coming back out again. Your pain is really obvious in this reading. Devil energy. Maybe you're questioning whether this person had the right intentions or not. You could have been dealing with a Capricorn here as well. We do have Gemini and Capricorn energy coming through very strongly. So it's possible you could be, we have Virgo here. It's possible that you could be questioning this person's motives or trying to understand this person's motives, because maybe they were telling you they wanted something more, but the energy here tells me that they weren't expecting anything. I wonder if how were they feeling about the person at the time? Was there any romantic feelings? The Chariot, the World, and the Queen of Cups. Yeah, there were, definitely. I feel like this person, whoever they are, it looks like they're trying to close out some sort of cycle here. There may have been something holding them back, but I do feel here that they have been trying to close out some sort of cycle. So maybe they were not really happy with the person they were with, but they could have been playing. Some of you could have been played. Some of you could be, you know, in an energy of where somebody is coming back towards you here. But I feel like it's sort of spread here with the type of energy in the cards. So is this person going to return? Very possible they will make a choice with the Lovers here, because this is the card of choice and it is the choice between two people here. So it's very possible this person will return after making some sort of changes in their life. Yeah, definitely. All right, so for some of you, perhaps not all of you, but I'm feeling for some of you here, this person will return. But there's lots of changes, obviously, with the Death card they need to make before they move forward here. So they're quite clear about this change is going to be very difficult for them with these other energies. So, all right. A different reading this morning. Okie dokie. Oh, I'll pull a card from here. I'll pull a card from the Love Oracle as well. Alrighty. This is very interesting. You're focusing purely on the negative, but there is also a positive side you're not seeing. Your mental attitude and thoughts can make things seem good or bad, beautiful or ugly. All is a matter of perception. What you think you shall become. Be positive, for behind the perceived darkness there is much love, light, and good fortune. Oh, look at this. Twin flame energy. That's quite interesting. So I'll leave you with that. Maybe this is your twin flame for some of you. All right, I will leave you with that. Thank you.